The Knicks postgame show is presented by Tri-State Audi. Visit your Tri-State area Audi dealer today. Knicks and Memphis, another thriller. R.J. Barrett up and good. It came down to the final seconds. Down. Ja Morant up and good. Puts Memphis up by 1. Jalen Brunson had a chance with 10 seconds to put him in front. A chance here with 1.6 to tie it. Unable to make either opportunity. And the Grizzlies hold on to win 127-123. Great to have you with us from our Delta MSG studios. Bill Pito along with Wally Zerbiak, Alan Hahn. We welcome officially Monica McNutt to the Roller Coaster Club, the Emotion Club, the pain of watching what we saw.
In the Well-Dressed Club. Look at Monica.
Thank you. Okay? Because I sensed some trepidation.
I'm not going to lie, guys. This was stressful, very stressful. I think coming off of the performance versus Portland and how close that one was, I thought this team played a lot better in this game in the fourth quarter. The guy that I want to have the ball, had 2 opportunities, and for it just not to bounce the Knicks' way, this one's tough.
Finishing again in the game. That says twice now for Jalen Brunson, who, as we were looking it up late, he's one of the top clutch players in the NBA this season as far as scoring. And especially as far as shooting, his percentage from the free throw line in clutch situations is up or down 5 minutes to go. Shoots 92% from the free throw line. So he's a guy you want with the ball in his hands. But Portland had a chance to win the game, misses the runner, and here 2 chances, one to win it and one obviously to force overtime, and he doesn't make those shots there. So all the heroics of getting you to this point are great. But I know one thing about Jalen Brunson that we have learned is that all he'll think about are the ones that he missed.
Yep.
Totally. That's how he is. I mean, he wears his heart on his sleeve. He's such a great leader. The problem is get a stop, for goodness sakes. The guy had 17 points in the fourth quarter, did everything to get his team back into the game, but you still gave up 34 points in the fourth quarter. I mean, at some point, I noticed it on the road trip. I noticed it on the Portland game being courtside. The guys just need to step up at the end of the game and play some defense and just figure out a way to get a stop and a rebound. You can't just outscore a team in the fourth quarter. I mean, it's great that you scored 39 points, but you gave up 34. This is the fourth quarter when it's not like there's a lot of transition buckets. It's all, you know what's coming. It's Ja Morant, Steven Adams, pick and roll, figure out a way to stop it. And they absolutely couldn't stop it. But you know that's why they lost the game.
You nailed it when you said the rebound part. Get a rebound. Get a stop means get a rebound. You knew it was coming. They did get a stop. They got a stop on Ja Morant.
Yeah, and then he got his
rebound.
He
got an offensive rebound and a putback, and that's the part of the problem. And what did we talk about pregame? The stats are watching this game, offensive rebounds. Both of these teams are the top 5 offensive rebounding teams in the league, but they also give up a lot of second chance points. The Knicks did a tremendous job in the first half against the Grizzlies, not allowing a lot of second chance. In fact, 0 second chance points in the first half and only 4 offensive rebounds in the first half. Second half, 11 offensive rebounds and 19 second chance points, all in one half. That's a huge part of the story. But Wally said, that's when people say what's wrong with their defense, they cannot get the stop, which is the rebound.
All right, so the Knicks, they were down by 12. The way the third quarter was going, they give up 39 points in the third quarter. You're thinking, forget it. They're down 12 early fourth. Wally, they come back. Jalen Brunson did everything but win the game. He had 17 points in the fourth quarter. And as we just touched on, and we'll see, had a couple of great chances in the final 10 seconds.
Yeah, and Cam Reddish stepped up, made some big shots in that fourth quarter. It was his assignment to try to slow down Ja Morant, and he was doing anything and everything he could, but Ja is just that good. He really is. He was phenomenal. I mean, here at the Garden, got a triple-double. That's another one. You're right, Alan. I mean, just get the rebound. That was an awkward rebound, but you have a good defensive possession, can't secure the rebound. Here goes Jalen Brunson pleading for a foul, can't get it. Here he's getting pinballed around by Steven Adams, and there's Ja Morant just getting to his spot, knocking it down. This is another one where Ja just getting that dribble penetration, sets up his shooter for a wide open look where he's in rhythm, knocks down that big shot. I love how Randall's trying to get Brunson the ball in the fourth quarter. Randall realizes this is our guy. This is our closer. This is the guy we want taking the big shots.
The three-point shot got away from the Knicks in the first half, but they hit 7 of 14 second half. That was a big part of this, too.
Yeah, no question.
Here,
and then
ready?
This is the play. You got to
stop.
Don't just freeze.
Gosh! I can't take it.
That put him up 1.
I can't take it.
This was a good look.
Down 1. This is down 1.
Little rush.
Maybe his easy. It was rush.
It was a little rush.
Yes.
Good look there.
That might have been his easiest look of the game.
Clark does a good job defending here, too.
I don't want to ever go to the referee bailout, but Clark got a little forearm on our guy Jalen Brunson on that play.
That was last game.
You're right.
We did that the last game.
But
that was good defense.
You mentioned the three-point shooting, though. I'm terrible with numbers sometimes, but I got the Knicks as 4 of 6 from the three-point line in the fourth.
In the fourth.
They were 6 of 24 at the end of the third, and they finished 10 of 30.
They were 7 of 14 in the second half.
Yeah.
So they struggled with it. It was maddening in the building. You could see the groans that were happening because these are wide open threes. The Knick offense, I mean, all you got to do is look and see that they got 123 points again. The Knick offense generates shots, generates. I mean, they can score.
But here's the point, guys.
Those shots have to go in.
They had to do that well just to finish 10 for 30.
Yeah.
From three.
Right.
And
that's the theme. You know, we're at the quarter pole here of the season. They're dead last in the league in three-point shooting at 31.6% coming in. And obviously, this is something that needs to improve as things progress.
Look, we start as we get closer now. You know, first quarter of the season, you assess your team, and that's obviously what everybody will do here, from the coaching staff to the front office. And then from there, you start looking at around the league and what pieces are available that you could find and make moves to bring in something that you need, because this team is right there. 2 issues: three-point shooting and giving up offensive rebounds.
No issue with Jalen Brunson. Boy, he has been fantastic.
Absolutely.
We've touched on it. Let's take Monica, everyone through his entire game. Again, 17 of his 30 in the fourth quarter. He has been great when these games have been on the line. The only thing he hasn't done is win the game with a shot.
Yeah.
Maybe that's next.
It's coming. I have no qualm with either shot that he got to end the fourth, nor do I want the ball in anyone else's hands in terms of this Knicks roster. He did everything he could. I mean, the assist tonight, I mean, he had a pretty solid performance in terms of distributing the ball. He's poised. I think part of, if it can't necessarily be a roster switch up, Alan, some of the three-point shooting has to come with this team settling in and trusting him to find them again. Because I think some of the threes that go up early and quick, as opposed to being patient and trusting that Jalen Brunson is running your offense and the ball will come back to you if you're in a good position. But what do you say about a 30-point, 9-assist performance?
He can get in the paint whenever he wants.
Yeah, and
that's something that's important.
Especially as a guy that doesn't overwhelm you with his athleticism, right? He's just so smart, so crafty, so patient, all the things you want from the head of the snake in terms of your point guard.
Well, when you watch him operate in the fourth quarter, you mentioned it, how Julius Randle get him the ball. Yeah. You know, like you're starting to see that. And we were saying this in the pregame. Look at the last about 3 or 4 games, because Jalen Brunson started the season off, he was 4th in the team in usage percentage, letting everybody else kind of get the ball as well. The last 3-4 games, he's establishing himself as ball's in my hands. I'll take it from here.
He's also, and no one can ever say about Jalen Brunson that he's looking to shoot too much as a point guard, because his first option is always to pass. In the third quarter of the last couple games, he's seen the scoreboard go the opposite direction. Yeah. So he said, okay, I've been trying to give the ball to some other guys, and they're not coming through. The game's kind of changing momentum. The other team is seizing it. I got to take it upon my shoulders to keep us in the game or keep our lead or get us back in the game. So he reads the tempo of the game. He's so good at that. And the fact that he can get his bucket whenever he needs one for the team, that's been so important for this team. And we saw it in the fourth quarter. Listen, it's not the ideal situation. He would like to be deferring a little bit to some of the other guys. But if the other guys aren't going to make his shots, he's going to be like, okay, it's my job to keep us in the game because I'm a winner and I want to win this basketball game.